The wind howled around the small boat, as if it intended to rip it from the heart of the sea. Mark stood gripping the boat's rudder with a trembling hand, while the raging waves tossed him like a fragile leaf in a storm. The sky was black, pierced occasionally by flashes of lightning that cut through the darkness like celestial swords. Mark had ventured out that day, despite the old fisherman's warnings. They told him, never challenge the sea when it's angry, but he needed a bountiful catch to pay off his mounting debt. The sea had seemed calm when he set sail, but by sunset, everything had changed. Rain poured down as if the sky was unleashing all its fury, and his heavy clothes clung to his body, soaked through. The boat rose with each towering wave, then plunged as if falling into a bottomless void. His eyes strained against the darkness, and his heart pounded furiously. In a moment of deceptive calm, he heard a faint sound coming from the sea. He thought he was imagining it until he saw a distant, pale light floating among the waves. He hesitated for a moment, but then pushed the engine to get closer. The nearer he got, the clearer the sound became, a strange humming, like the moan of an unknown creature. Mark reached out his trembling hand to the fishing net, but felt something heavy pulling it downward. He struggled fiercely until he lifted it. It wasn't the fish he had expected. It was a hand. A cold, human hand clinging to the edges of the net. Mark gasped and stumbled back, nearly falling into the sea, but he grabbed hold of the ropes just in time. He tried to pull the hand to the surface, but it vanished suddenly, as if it had never been there. When he looked into the water, the reflection of a pale face with wide, unblinking eyes stared back at him. Screaming, Mark turned the boat back toward the shore, fleeing from a terror he could not comprehend. But when he finally reached dry land, he was no longer alone. Wet footprints stretched from the water's edge to the heart of the village. He swore never to challenge the sea again. But on stormy nights, he still hears that strange moaning, as if the sea has not forgotten what happened on that dark night, and as if something had returned with him, never going back to the depths.